Hey everybody, Chiron here, and welcome back to another episode of FortressCraft. So, where we left off, we were taking care of a couple things. We have most of our resources down here. Our iron still needs to get over here just a little bit, but otherwise we're looking pretty good. The other thing that we need to focus on is this monstrosity, and we need to work on getting our crystal all the way down here. So first things first, I think I'm going to tackle this guy. So there was a comment in the last video kind of making a recommendation to use a turntable. I had a couple of different ideas. One idea I had was to have this network feed directly into these guys, feed directly into hoppers. So basically you would put logistics hoppers right up here. You would put the assembler in the middle here, and then you would put all of these guys like so. So that as materials came in, everything was forced to be in its own respective little area. So if you used a turntable, it would put a 3-to-1 ore ratio or bar ratio into each of the 4 machines that we have here. This one and then the 3 stampers. I had the idea of using a logistics hopper because then you would have 2, 4, 6 for the plates, and then you would have 1 logistics hopper for this, which would be 2 PCBs. So that would be the exact amount that this machine would need to be able to create a pod. I don't know if that's the best way, but the other method that you can use is do basically pre-filtering. So you put the turntable kind of back here that leads into hoppers, and then each of these areas has its own hopper, and then it creates whatever it's given. So if you put 40 bars in here, it goes 10, 10, 10, 10, and then this just creates everything that it can until it runs out of material. As opposed to this getting unlimited materials, but then only being able to create enough items to satisfy the needs of the machine here. So I'm not exactly sure which one of those I would like to do. Let's grab up some of our items here that we're dropping. Alright, so I guess we could do yeah, so the problem with having logistics hoppers here is if I load this up with enough materials to make 30 basic experimental pods, and then I want to switch over to the simplified, it's going to have a simple experimental pod waiting in queue to go into this guy, and it's never going to have the chance to make the simplified experimental pod. So I can't just load it up with, you know, a bunch of copper, a bunch of tin, and then just let it do its thing. So that's the problem that you run into. So I think what I will do is the pre-filter method. It's probably going to be our best option at this point. So for those that don't know, I operate on a work now, lazy later method. Basically, if you put in the work now, you can be lazy later and just kind of set it and forget it. It seems to work out pretty well. Alright, so what are we going to need? Oh no, what did I just destroy? There we go. Oh. We don't need that, we need one of these guys. Gotta go slow. So let's get this all taken care of. First thing we're going to need to do is lay out some power. So we need to have a hopper. Put the hopper there. And then we're going to need the assembly machine. And where is the assembly machine? Oh, we didn't take it down yet. That would be why. Come on. Oh yeah. Probably full up, aren't I? Well, we can put away those guys. I was doing a little experimenting with a couple of things between episodes, so my inventory is a disaster at the moment, and it looks like we need more crates. Can we make crates? Actually, we have a factory or a manufacturer right here. So we need planks, storage crate. Let's see. Just make all we can. Might as well. And then down here. There we go. Actually, I'm going to leave that there. Oop, did not mean to do that. Let's see. What can we put in here? We'll probably put that away. Don't really need it. Yeah, we'll store that away for now. So I have this cavity back here, so I can basically just add on storage crates as necessary. And then we just have this nice 3x3 here that we can access it. Alright. Manufacturing plant. Nickel ping. Jew away. Yeah, we'll keep the ore pings, the blank ore pings, in case we need them. Iron ore ping we don't need at the moment. A couple of explosives. I don't think these are volatile when they're in storage, but if they are going to blow up on me, please let me know. That is helpful information. Alright, so let's pick up all of this stuff over here. And let's see what we have. So we have a turntable. We have our research assembler. So the research assembler is going to go here. We'll do logistics hoppers. Right like that. Alright. And then this should have everything that we need to be able to make a 3-to-1 ratio. So, yeah. And I believe I want to do all the machines kind of right up against it. We'll see if this works. So we need our stampers. We need 3 stampers. And then we need our coiler, our PCB assembler, and our, that's the pipe extruder. We need the regular extruder. Alright. So we'll do stamp, stamp, stamp. Nope. That's not correct. we need power to come from the bottom. So we'll do blue. We don't have any of those. So let's go make some more Mark II power storage. So we'll do the Mark II directly attached to the assembler. And then we'll do that. Should work, right? There it goes. Just took a second. Alright, so that should be filling up, and then that's 100%, so that'll fill up on its own. And then we should be good. Alright. So we'll need to do... Yep, that'll work. That will work as long as hoppers are not derpy. Alright, so we do stamper. So we have our 3 stamper plants that lead into those hoppers. And then we'll need to put a hopper... Actually, let me test before I put this in place. So if you have a hopper here, and we have a stamper here, and I fill that, that should not, oh, it does. Alright. So it is directional, or it is omnidirectional, so it'll take materials from the side even though the arrows are going that way. So it can only output in that direction, but it can input from any direction. So that just means that we can't have a hopper here. So how are we going to accomplish that? Alright, we'll do it like this. So we'll have our stampers go here, here, and there. Do hopper there. And then here we can put in our PCB plant, our coiler, and the extruder. Alright. And then this should actually work. If we just put that there. And then we'll put a line here. Line there. And a line here. Alright, so then this should be all set up. I'm pretty sure. I guess we'll see if it actually works. Why is it so dark down here? We have lights. Whatever. Oh well, I don't explain the things that happen in this game. Alright, so then this should work where none of these conveyors are going to be affecting any other conveyors. Correct? And it should give us the ability to store up to 50 research pods, or experimental pods, worth of materials in and then 100 out, which I think would be more than enough. Yep, let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. So we'll do the turntable right here. And then we'll do U. We'll have to do... I know I could create a sloped one, but for now we'll just do it this way, and then we can clean it up later. And then we'll do that. And there. So theoretically, this should work. They'll come from these hoppers. Just make sure they're all cleared out. They'll come from these hoppers. They'll go up into the turntable. And then it'll do a 3-to-1 distribution for our stampers. And that should do it. Now the only problem that we would have is if we overload these, where it's going to create more than what these hoppers can carry. So if, say, the plates are going faster, the plates are going to store up 100. Yeah, that should be fine, actually. Yeah, that should be fine. Because let's say the plates store up 100, but the PCB is falling behind and creates 60. It'll stop creating plates because there's already too many, and it's not going to continue to take resources from these belts. Actually, I'm going to shorten this up a little bit, just so we have less material on the actual conveyor belts. What are we doing here? Alright, so then if there is a backlog for any particular reason, we'll be able to it's not just going to have, 100 bars worth of materials just sitting out there not doing anything, and then potentially when space does free up, it could potentially overcreate items that we don't really need. So the fewer conveyors we have after the turntable, I think the better. And then we'll do like so. Alright, so then, yeah, that should do it. So let's give it a little test. We would need 40. So if we put 40 bars in here, we should get a perfect output. We should get 5 experimental pods from 40. So let's take a look. So we need basic experimental pods. Do I actually have any on me before I actually make these? Experimental pods does not appear so. So it should be good. Alright. So if we go 40. Oh, shoot. This is not going to work. Yep. You see how it skipped past this one? We need a hopper in between. Yep. We need a hopper to store for this. So, let's do that. Since this is slower, this line here, it's like every third rotation it's actually going to skip this, and it's going to make too many plates. So that is a particular problem. So we need to back this up one, back this up one. There we go. So we'll go here, go here. And we'll go there. All right. Let me destroy these, empty out all of these hoppers, and we'll start our process over again. Let's see, up. You need one there. Need a hopper there. the turntable will go there. We need a conveyor there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's gonna be a problem, though. So, yeah. Darn. So the same thing's gonna happen if these are backed up. It's gonna store bars on this conveyor, and then it's gonna put all of the bars into there. So we're gonna have the same problem that we had. So I think what we'll do is we'll just make a line of hoppers here. And we'll have to say good enough. Alright. Further. Oh, that's not good. So these need to be add only. Add only. No, these need to be remove only. Remove only. And let's see. Remove only. And then this will be. So that should work. Right? Anybody? Input? Yeah, if only. Okay, so now if we put our turntable down. Have anything that went through here. Alright, so we need 15 yet. So if we go to tab 3, go 40. Alright. That should divide them up perfectly. So we can forget about that for the time being. We'll come back and we should see this number be 10 and all of these hoppers should be empty. If that's truly the case, then I think we do have a good system that we can use for making research pods going forward. Alright, so we're going to clear out all of the bars that we have set here. And I have to figure out what I want to do for crystal. What I think I'm going to do, since this tube is underutilized, I'm going to repurpose it, and we're going to transfer down iron and crystal all in the same tube. I'm actually going to let that do its thing. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and we're going to make a transport pipe filter. So it limits the type of material entering a transport pipe network. So what we should be able to do is have one of these filters do iron, one filter do crystal, and we can put it back in the same tubes so that we don't have to have 2 consecutive runs of very expensive coming all the way down. So let's head back up and get that taken care of. I do have a little bit of tubing here. I do not. I have 3. Awesome. How many can we make?
Crafting.
We do need to make 2 of those, so I'll make 2 of those right away, just so we have materials for it.
Crafting.
62. Yep, that'll do. Alright, so we'll head on up. Hasn't it been so much nicer now that we don't have to go to the surface ever? I haven't been to the surface in how many episodes? It's just so incredible. Alright. So we need to get all of these outputs to go down to there. I should be able to do it right right on this hopper. Should be fine. So we'll take those down. That hopper should be all we really need. Alright. So let's get this filled in. Grab our pipes. go down and start building up. So now we should start seeing crystal coming down, which is good. We need to turn this one. And oops, should be able to build pretty much right on over. Actually, we'll probably keep going down and then over. I think it'll look a little bit cleaner that way. So how far down do we need to go? Let's see. To connect up with this network, we need to go down to 275. So let's get that taken care of. Hopefully I don't fall to my death. 5. Alright. So then this should be the level where we need to put these guys. Alright. And what am I stuck on here? That should start going pretty much all the way down to the level that we need it. Need to make a little access tube here. To there. And then we can just pop out this way. Put in our tubes here, and then I don't want to interfere with that, so we'll go one more. A little bit of head clearance here. And come this way. There we go. And then backing on up. Backing on up there, boss. Ah, I'm out already? Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, I did not plan far enough ahead. Alright, so let's get the rest of these guys in place. And voila! Alright, let's check our work here. See how we're doing. Where do I have... Actually, I should be able to hop over using this. There we go. Pops right out here. So, there goes our crystal. It is going to have to compete a little bit, because the crystal is going to go pretty much 4 times faster than the iron, but there should be enough of a gap in between the crystal that it should be fine. I don't think it's going to prevent our iron from going down. Yeah. Yep, so these are completely not utilized right now. But it is still coming down. And it should come down in groups of 4 because it mines out 4 at a time. So yeah. So that should be just right. Let's see if we can get back down a little easier here. And there we go. Alright. Now we need to put in a filtering system here. It's just filling up faster than I can actually grab out of there. don't know what's in there. Ah, there it is. Yeah, it was just giving me a little bit of trouble. Let's put some light in here so we can kind of see what we're doing. There we go. Alright. Now we need to make a system of filtering out the crystal from the iron. Eventually what I want to do is I want to turn this into a little hub area, so we'll bring our gold over here, bring our iron over here, so that I can just have stations where all of the different materials are stored. But again, I'm just going to kind of do a little proof of concept over here, and then we can get the routing later. Alright. So, we need our filter pipes. Filter pipes should be able to go like so. I think. So we'll put 2 filters on here. Let's see. Boom. Turn that. And then can we just put hoppers directly here? Alright. E to toggle filter. So let's go to this guy. So we should have iron bars coming down. So iron bars. Oh, okay, so it just... Alright, so bars only. And then... crystals. Alright, so let's get these both cleared out, make sure they're good. So this should be iron bars right here. This should be only crystal. Iron bars only, crystal only. Perfect. Alright, so that was actually pretty easy. That was pretty easy. Alright, I think there's a more specific filter you can use too. So instead of just saying like all bars go in one direction, there's an advanced conveyor. I don't think we actually have it researched, but I think if we go up to our research station, it'll let us do an advanced filter that you can say iron bars only, tin bars only, and that kind of thing. So, all right, perfect, perfect. All right, and how many pipes do we have yet? Okay, so we'll I think I'll work on getting that stuff taken care of next episode. Kind of getting our little or our bar hub there. So I was taking a look at this guy, and we ran into a problem. So instead of 10, we have 12 basic experimental pods we need. The reason being, we have no PCBs, and we have extra plates. I'm not exactly sure what would cause that. So what I think I'm gonna do, we need tin plates, or tin as well. Yep. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna stand here and I'm gonna watch this thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So theoretically, this should work. I don't really see why it wouldn't unless it was glitching out. Yeah, maybe just because I was so far away from it, it wasn't properly distributing the bars. But now that I'm standing here, it's working okay? I honestly do not know. And there's not really any way for this other hopper here to steal what's in here. Oh, it can. Okay, so here's my derp of the day. That hopper was sitting right next to the turntable. So that's the issue that we were running into. Makes sense. Makes 100% sense. So basically what was happening, find our turntable here, was the ores were getting distributed, and then once all of these ores were finished distributing, it was taking incoming material, taking the material from this hopper, putting it back on the turntable to redistribute. So that's really all it was. So we'll get our turntable back in place here. I'm actually going to empty out anything in here. Alright, and that's actually creating something, I think. And then we do boom. Nope. We need boom, boom, boom. There. There. Oops. There. And then ba da boom. And that should not interfere there. Alright. So that should work. That should work. So let's try it. So I'm going to do tin. So then this turntable should distribute to these four without ever backtracking back onto the turntable. And then we should have 47 simplified experimental pods remaining after this is all completed. Theoretically. Alright. And yeah, I think we should probably do a slope up conveyor just to make it look a little bit nicer. Let's see, slope up conveyor. So then once this is all done distributing, I can replace this with this, and it should work without any problems. Right. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. Alright, so what do we have? We have 3 in here. We have a couple still coming through the pipe. We have 4, 14. So one of the issues with this being here is it actually shares these hoppers. So this hopper has 0 and this hopper has 14. Don't know if I can re-engineer this to not do that. I would have to put the stamper on top. So put the stamper here, going down. What did you press? I don't honestly know where it got material from, but so yeah, I could put the stamper there and then run this conveyor up so that it's perfectly distributed, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. We have these buffer hoppers here now, so it's kind of moot at that point. So awesome. We have 4 here, 12. So we should be able to make actually, I think we're missing some plates here somewhere. 6, 2. No, that's right. Yeah, 4 and 12. I was for whatever reason I was thinking it was using 1 PCB, but it uses 2 PCBs. So yeah, perfect. Perfect. So this system should be just right. We can put in the amount of bars that we need to create whatever we want, and then the system should automatically produce a perfect ratio. So we got 96. So I'll just put in 100 these. And then we're gonna need about 400 tin. So we'll do this. And we don't even have enough. So we'll put in pretty much as much tin as we can, and then we'll just have to wait for some more tin to come through so we can finish up. But that should finish up our tin and get us most of the way through on copper. We just have to AFK a little bit and get some more tin, and we'll be able to get our research completed. Should be pretty nice. Pretty nice. Alright, so now we have crystal, iron, we don't have copper. We have nickel, titanium, iron, lithium, tin. We do not have a source of copper yet, unless I am losing my mind. So I think we do need to find a source of copper. Otherwise, we have all of our materials coming to this area. So this should be everything we need, honestly. We can start looking into doing some of the endgame stuff at this point, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright. So 47, getting there. Why are these... Oh, you don't work. Eh, boy. So, don't have enough room to do that particular item, but we'll be able to do that. So we're going to be a little bit off, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal. Should be fine. Oh, well. Oh, well. So, good enough. Good enough. So, yep, it has all the materials it needs now, which is good, and it's fully working. Turntable is up and running. So yeah, we'll have to find a source of copper. I don't think I have a copper ore ping on me. Let's get one of those created.
Crafting.
Get it on the hotbar here. And do we really not have copper down here? I know we have there's like a huge copper source down by our this guy, our biomatter stuff. But it's pretty far away. It's like a 3 million ping or something like that. And there's no copper in this general area. We do have some up there. Let's see how big that deposit is. Yeah, it looks like it's a pretty good sized deposit, or a couple of good sized deposits. Let's see, we've got 1.2 million. And it is one giant deposit. Awesome. So we'll tackle this next episode. We'll get our copper working. And then just so happen to have this nice shaft cut out where we can put our tubes going down. So it works out just perfectly. So, yeah. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. I think I am going to AFK a little bit, just let these experimental pods all do their thing, because this is just basically going to take an amount of time that I don't think you all want to wait. And we want our ultimate power grid to get up and running so that we can start working on this guy's orbital power transmission. So, pretty simple. It's just basic iron and tin, so we'll need to continue to get just absolute buttloads more tin. and that's, again, just going to be a waiting game. So we're coming on to the home stretch, I think. I don't think there's a whole lot more research that we actually need to do to be able to get to the end game material, which is cool. Which is cool. So, switch back here. Load out our tin. And that should pretty much do it for us today. So thanks for coming out, everybody. If you have any suggestions, comments, concerns, or anything like that, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I do enjoy reading them. If anybody has any way of making this a little bit more compact or any kind of recommendations on the series in general, just please feel free to let me know. You can leave comments in the YouTube video, or you can send me pictures via Twitter, and I'll take a look at your designs. So look forward to hearing from you, and have a great day.